Outstanding.
Welcome back to the adventures of the Unnamed Dead here in Mordheim, City of the Damned. We're going to have a check in on how the guys did in the last mission. Obviously, the mission went pretty smoothly. Um, our choke point kind of it didn't work uh, as good as we wanted it to do, but they did come in dribs and drabs anyway. Our poison was very effective. Um, and we were able to put three of their guys out, which was enough to secure the victory. So now we're going to have a look at um, how our guys have done in terms of XP and advancement points. So first up, we've got um, Wham Bram, who got a total of 7 XP, so he's leveled up to level 1 now. You got 2 for surviving, 3 for the optional objective. Great. Again, it's great to be able to get that early on. It really does kind of super boost your warband if you can do it. In terms of our other XP, then you got 1 for decisive victory and 1 for underdog bonus because it was a hard mission. For advancement, you got 1 physical, 1 martial, and he's also got 2 skill points. So it's kind of tempting earlier on to train your guys up on a lot of skill stuff, but I've heard Morjax talk about that. It's probably better to wait off on stuff like that until you've got your guys a bit higher level and you kind of know they're going to be sticking around rather than spending your money on guys who could be gone early on in your campaign. So let's have a look then at how the other guys did.
Nice
So
progress.
Kaven's leveled up as well, and he's almost halfway to rank 2. He got 7 experience as well. He got 1 martial, 1 mental, and 1 physical, which is really great for us.
Nice progress.
Cliff got a whole hell of lot of experience here, so he got 9 experience. His extra was for enemies put out of action, which he got 2 XP for that. He got 1 martial, 1 metal, and 1 physical. He is halfway to rank 2, which is again great progress.
Fantastic.
Axel is ranked up 2. He's got he got 8 experience, 1 extra for enemies out of action. Again, 1 martial, and this time 2 physical. So that's pretty good for him. And then Mammy's boy.
Fantastic.
Mammy's boy, who kind of didn't have the best first missions, got critical early on and kind of had to spend the time running around. But he was very effective in this mission, and see that by the way that he's actually got the most valuable warrior for the last mission. So in total, he got 8 experience. He's now at 2 of 12, so he's got a ways to go before he gets up to level 2. But that's mainly because of the setback he had in our first mission. He's got 1 physical, 1 martial, and he's got 2 skill points. So what I like to do in terms of the skill points is, as I said, I'm probably going to keep them early on, save up a bit of money. But if we do have a case where someone has a minor injury that they've got to recover from and it's going to take a few days, I like to take that time then to spend, leveling up the guys who are available for training, and it's a good use of what otherwise is going to be downtime. Early on, it's not too difficult to make your wordstone shipments, but it is a good idea to get them done as early as you can and to get as many missions in as you can early doors, where you're kind of it's all about building up your warband to be able to take on tougher tasks, especially when we get to things like the story mission where your warband is going to have to be a certain rank before it even becomes available for you, or a certain rating, sorry, before it becomes available to you.
Your warband is getting
Okay, so our
stronger.
warband has reached rank 1 as well. We've now gained one more henchman slot, and we've also gained one more reserve slot for a warband. So we're going to be hiring a new henchman in this video as well. Our idle buff effect has increased, and the thing about the idle buff is it's not really, obviously it's a help, but in terms of getting your guys where you want them to go, I don't like spending the blue pill to go and kind of pray at the idol and get that buff, because by the time that you've actually engaged with the enemy, it's probably going to worn off anyway. So it's not, I'm happy with the new henchman, the new reserve, and the other one is kind of a meh kind of result, but that's just one of the features of the game. So items acquired, we got 38 gold crowns. We got some blue light armor there, which our leader is probably going to take. We got a fair bit of warstone. Again, we got another cluster coming in, and we got a few things that we can sell as well. So all in all, a good result. We've got 74 wordstone, which leaves us actually one weight away, which is one fragment away from actually meeting our first wordstone shipment request. So after the next mission, we're going to be able to fill that unless we have some kind of disaster there. Let's get our admin out of the way. So first off, we'll pay our upkeep cost. Now we got injured, so we don't have any hospital bills or anything to pay this time. Back to Warband, and now let's spend our points. So our leader here, he's got one physical and he's got one martial. So we're going to keep going down the. But his toughness is okay. He's going to get new blue armor as well. So we're going to put one in strength for him. And then his martial, again, we want him to actually be hitting his foe. Okay, and then let's apply those changes. And let's swap this out for the blue armor. Okay, so, excuse me. He's looking a lot better now in terms of his protection. So we may not have, unless we get maybe a brutal or a deadly, he may not be in danger of going down 1-on-1 anytime soon again. Okay, now our zombies, so we're going to keep them sword and board. We really can't put armor on them at this stage because their movement is so slow. And we're going to give them some. No, we're going to go for agility again. I'm going to increase his intelligence because it's so low. Martial, then we're going to go for weapon skill. We're all about hitting the enemy as often as we can. Okay, so that's good for cave in. Let's confirm those. Cliff, next up then. It's going to say sword on board as well. If there is another build you'd like to see, let me know. Maybe we'll take one of the zombies in a different direction. But for now, we're going to go some agility. We're going to go in intelligence. And again, weapon skill, so pretty similar. Confirm those changes. For Axel, he's got 2 physical unspent, so we can maybe split what we're going to do. So we're going to give him a toughness, and we're going to give him. Do you want to go agility? I think we'll go strength. Okay, and then Marshall. Again, we're all about hitting, so let's hope that actually pays off for us. For Mommy's Boy, then we're going to go toughness because he is pretty squishy. On the Marshall side, we're going to go for some for some ballistic skill because he has been using his pistols lately. If we can keep him out of combat, then he actually has a decent chance of hitting the enemy. It's not a bad strategy to employ. So that's all the guys then updated. We're gonna get our new henchman in here, so I think we're gonna go for another ghoul. Now we don't want to be we obviously can't afford the rank 4. We can go for a rank 3, which is give us a bit of a boost up. It is gonna spend some of our money, but it's a guy who's gonna be slightly ahead of the rest of our team, so I think we're gonna do that. So let's get that done. Okay, so now we need to do is training. So we're gonna go 2 strength, and then we're gonna go a couple of toughness, and here we want him to go a bit earlier. And for spells, we want to we're gonna keep them kind of balanced. So we want him to be resisting spells. We also don't want him to be failing all alone tests. So we're gonna bump up his leadership a bit. In terms of Marshall, then we're gonna take the same route as the rest of the team, which is going for the hits rather than the crits. He then has 2 unspent skill points, which we can actually do for free. So we're gonna have to have a look at what we've got available here. So we've got Kidney Strike, melee attack that deals regular damage if the target gains a debuff that reduces melee resistance by 15% for 1 turn, but it's not stackable. Strong Bow, melee attack that deals plus 50% damage. The target has a 20% chance, a minus 20% chance to parry this attack. That could be good against some enemies who are pretty good at parrying. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got available otherwise. So we've got Frenzy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look at maybe what would be a good thing to take for this guy and be back in a second. Okay, so let's have a look at his skills here. I'm going to go for Kidney Strike, just because with the strategy that we have of piling guys onto people, when we look here, the target will gain a debuff that reduces melee resistance by 15% for 1 turn. It could stack up the damage when we want to take someone out quickly, so we're going to go for that as our free skill for this guy. And the last thing then is he's a new member of the Warband. We're going to have to give him a name. So let's just confirm that. So where it is here. Okay. So in terms of names, we're going to continue with our okay, so let's get this guy named. In terms of names, we're going to continue with the theme of not having proper names for the guys. Rather, they're just going to be, you know, what it was that led to their death the first time around, at least. So this guy, we've had guys who've fallen off cliffs. We have guys who've been crushed by carts, and we had someone who's been caught in the cave as well. But this guy was maybe the victim of a bit of intrigue, and his name is going to be Sip Poison. So Sip is gonna join the rest of our guys here, and I'm not gonna fill our reserve slots at the moment because right now we're doing pretty well with the guys we have. We don't actually have a need to replace someone for a mission, but we do have the ability there that if someone gets injured in the next mission, we can maybe hire on a new guy and put him in for at least for the mission, and start leveling someone else up as well. So I'm gonna end our episode here. Again, if you've enjoyed, please do leave a like. It's really gonna help me out. If you want to leave a comment, if you want to leave maybe a name for somebody, please do that as well. In terms of when I'm going to be able to implement names, I'm probably going to record one more mission today, which is on, this is now the Saturday before the Tuesday and Thursday when these episodes go live. So I'm probably going to have maybe a week lag in terms of people being named. But so if you do put in a name, obviously I'm gonna reply with a comment and let you know that I'm gonna put that name on a guy for you, but it will probably take about a week before you actually see that updated in the episodes. If you want to make a comment about something else, maybe starting out in terms of like, are the audio volumes okay, the balancing between my commentary and the game volume, is it okay for you? If you've got kind of any tips in terms of what you'd like to hear more of, or what you'd like to see more of in these videos, let me know that as well. And I just kind of a general chat about your own experience with the game. I'd love to hear those as well. If you want to be kept up to date when new episodes do come out, please subscribe to the channel. If you're already subscribed, thanks a million for that, and I'm going to hopefully see you guys next time.